Ba, 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 ba. And welcome back to the Krok podcast. This is episode or number like 16? 16 or 17? Um, hope everybody's doing well. Had a good week. Fucking A, fucking A. Uh, yeah, fucking. It's been a wild week, wild few days. But yeah, and no, I'm not a Carolina Panthers fan. Okay, I'm wearing a Carolina Panthers sweatshirt. It's my favorite color, blue. I got this like 7 years ago as a Christmas present from my nieces, just because of the color. So suck my ass. But speaking of Panthers, Christian McCaffrey got put on IR, and that sucks for people who have him in fantasy, and that sucks for Carolina Panthers fans everywhere. You know, so suck it. But it's kind of nice though, because it's like week. Well, this last week was like week 7, right? So, or it's now week 7 in the NFL. So now bye weeks are starting to happen, and that's what now fantasy football is going to get really interesting, because it's like, you might be playing the best guy in the league, but he's got, let's say, his top players have a bye week this week. Now you got a chance to beat him or something. And it gets a lot interesting. See, like, this is where you start picking up guys, blah 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 blah, off waivers or whatever, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. My fantasy team is, I don't know. I'm like hit and miss now. I'm like 3-2 or something, or 3-3, 3-3, 4-2. I don't know. I hate fantasy. Fucking A. Fuck it, dude. Fuck it, dude. I had Mike Evans. I've Mike Evans and Leonard Fournette. Started Leonard Fournette. He went off, but Mike Evans gave me like 4 points. Frustrating. Frustrating. I should have picked up Antonio Brown after week 1 before anybody else did. I was first on waivers. I mean, I messed up. But yeah, I'm wearing a Carolina Panthers sweatshirt. Okay, I get it. Okay, relax. It's my favorite color. Back off. It's my favorite color. Electric blue or something. But anyway, we got some merch in, which is a very super limited supply. So we got. I'm not wearing the t-shirt, but we got t-shirt, and I'm wearing the hat actually. We only have we got 10 to 15 hats, so very limited supply. Just for the people that have been listening to the show so far, reach out to us. We've reached out to a couple people that we know that support, especially the people that are on our Patreon, patreon.com/EastCrockPodcast. They're getting a free shirt, free hat from us, just as like a thank you, kind of for just supporting us so far this whole little ride that we're on, which has been fun, real fun. It just sucks. We're busy people, so it's like coordinate. I say it every week, like coordinating schedules to record and all that stuff. It's like, so I just been taking it upon myself just to do these little one-on-ones with y'all and me. And if you're sick of hearing my voice already, sorry. Last week the audio on it wasn't horrible on the YouTube, but the audio version of the episode last week, it sucked because it was pretty good, like, story time between me and Dave for the last episode. So, and it was one of those, it's like, I don't want to re-record that, and because it's not going to be the same, and it didn't sound horrible. We kind of fixed it. We just put it out there. But again, sorry about that for last week. But if you haven't checked that out, I would. It's a pretty good story time. Dave was back on the podcast, so waiting for Harry to get back from Whitewater whenever his break is. He doesn't even know. Kid's doing great. He's killing it down there. Struggling. Not really struggling, but like, you're an adult now. You know what I mean? So you're on your own. You don't have mom and dad really or anybody pushing you to do your schoolwork. Trust me. You can lose motivation real quick when you go to college. He knows he's got a couple buddies down there. He's made some friends and stuff, but you really need like that support to get some stuff done, because especially as a freshman, which a lot of people you probably know. You don't always have the greatest grades as a freshman unless you have that kind of support system, or you're just that disciplined already and mature in your first year of college, which I was not. So um, anyway, it was a good week. Good week so far, or this last week. Wednesday was the last week of golf league for me and Austin, and killed it, man. Dude, we've won money like the last like 4 weeks in a row, 3 weeks in a row, or something like that. So last week ended on a bang. Self birdied the last hole, no big deal. Call me Tiger Woods, but yeah, birdied the last hole and didn't win a skin though. But because of our handicap, we took third, and that's money in the bank, baby. It's money in the pocket, like $35. So shit, at this rate, it's free money. You know what I mean? Shit. Then we golfed up in with my dad, my brother, uncle, and my uncle's friend, who they're like 90. But golfed at this other I can't remember the name of it, the Patriot Golf Club up in Abrams, Wisconsin, and that was interesting to say the least. I've never been in a place. My shoes were soaking wet. Like it wasn't that it rained, but there was so much dew that when you putted the ball, it was like a rooster tail of water just spraying off the ball while it's rolling. So there's no chance you could do anything. Pissed me off. But we get there and there's a lady behind the. It was a bar. It was weird because we walk in and it's a bar. There's no desk, and it's like a country club or whatever, like a country club or something. But you walk in, it's a bar, and you just go to the bartender lady, and pay for everything there. It's like $19 for 18 holes and a cart. $19. It's like $50 plus everywhere you go for like public courses. But definitely gonna go there again, especially if it's $19 for 18 and a cart. I mean, the season's coming to a close anyway. Now that it's October and it's gonna start getting colder and wetter and snowier and all that junk. But yeah. Oh, she was a smoke show though. Like middle age, but she's good. She's a looker. She's really cool. Not bad. Not bad to walk up there at 8 o'clock in the morning and she's nice. She's nice. But yeah, golf didn't golf too bad. Played a scramble. David's not that great at golf. Trying to, and my dad's okay. David could be okay. David can hit the piss out of the ball. Believe you me, but he just goes like straight right every single time because he's a baseball player. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, so we had golf league, won some money. That's officially over now. Last night, because it's Saturday now that I'm recording it. So last night we had our conference championship game for the high school. Yeah, we won 33-0. So very proud of the boys for that. Now we got playoffs and we got a 4 seed. So we finished like 9-2 overall in the season, with the 2 forfeited wins that we got, and then we got an extra game on the week that we had a forfeit because of COVID. So I'm surprised that we got a 4 seed. I didn't really look at our bracket, but I knew we wouldn't get the 1. I think at best we would have gotten a 2, and at worst we would have gotten like a 3 if they had somebody else that was undefeated or something in our bracket. But we got a 4, which I don't know. I don't get it. But we play the same team. We play Southern Door again that we just played last night for the first round of the playoffs. So, and it's really, and as everybody knows in the sport world, it's really hard to beat a team twice. Now, granted, I don't think they're good at all, and this is not even like maybe it's a coaching. I don't know. They got some athletes on the team, but I don't think they're that good. And this last week, we gave them a lot of respect, and I don't think that they really earned that from us. They're almost like a rival now over the last decade for Kiwani for us now. So, but I didn't think they were that good, but they could be a lot better. And I think this next time around, because we won 33-0, I think this next time around is obviously going to be a lot harder, but I don't think it should be too difficult for us to beat them again. But now, because we're the 4 seed, we win if we win, which I really believe that we will. We'll play the number 1 team as long as they don't get upset. Amherst, who's been undefeated and has gone to state like 15 times in the last like 16 years or something stupid. So that's going to be a tough game, and pretty excited about that. I really think this team's got the ability to go to state this year. Haven't been to state in like 11 years now, 12 years. So we're due. we're doing. I think we got the team that can upset the number 1 seed Amherst. I really do. So we've been clicking every week. We've been getting better and better and better. It's awesome. And you know, let's hope the future pans out because I'm running out of vacation days to take on Fridays that I work. So I got just enough, I think, that it lines up to where, because every other week, if we make it to state, I can take enough days off of work for it. I can always make a switch at work, but anyway, nonetheless. Yeah, so we won, but man, that was my week pretty much. Tuesday, went to watch my brother. I got a brother that he coaches volleyball, and their team's number 4 in the state. They got some fucking talent on that team. They got a setter. She's an all-state setter. I mean, it's impressive, like very impressive. But I don't know much about volleyball and stuff like that, and I'm not gonna talk about it much. But congrats to them. They just won the conference tournament today. They got playoffs. They're like a number 1 seed, going into the playoffs, I think. So hopefully they win it all. It'd be kind of cool to see, our brother. But the only thing that sucks is I don't want our brother Adrian to get a state championship before me and David do for Kiwani. So now it's like I'll be coaching our asses off for the next 4 weeks to make sure we get to state. For damn sure. So, but yeah. So that's it. Anyway, NFL was absolutely insane this last weekend, and I know we talk about it enough. I mean, you hear it all the time on radio channels, and I'm sure other podcasts and fucking ESPN and Sports Center and blah 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 blah. But the amount of that Packers game, the amount of missed field goals, it was just like, what is going on? Literally, it was like, just what the heck is going on here? Because they're just missing field goals left and right. And I get it. I've never kicked a field goal. I can't kick. I was picked last on the kickball team growing up, so I can't kick for shit. But you got one job in the NFL, is my opinion. You got one job is to kick the football, and you're in the best of the best to have that position. And I'm not saying, you got to be perfect. I'm not saying that really. But what your job is, you got to win games. You got to make it. You got to rise above it in those occasions. And to have like 3 chances to do that and fail miserably each chance, and then finally at the very end you figure it out. Somebody was looking over you that day, because that was an absolute shit show of a game, from the special team standpoint. But yeah, I don't know. I just couldn't believe it. Just a weird week in the NFL this last week, like just weird. But you love it, You love to see shit like that because it keeps it interesting. I'm literally watching on the couch. And it's like, oh, that's it. And I make a bet. I think I said it last week or 2 weeks ago. I make a bet with a guy at work every week for the Packer games. And typically what I've been doing now is I'm losing money. But I've been picking, like I really thought the Bengals had a good chance to beat the Packers this week. And they looked really, really good. And they were set up to beat them. And then Joey B throws the pick. And it's like, okay, perfect. Now the Packers will just kick the field goal and win. They don't win. And then the Bengals had. So I'm snapping my buddy Tyler from work, and he's like, we're literally like, what the fuck's going on? It goes insane. But I need to start. I think I need, in order for the Packers to succeed, I need to keep betting against them. I think, because like for the last 4 weeks, I've been betting against them, because the teams that they're playing so far. I really think that they, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I need to do here. But the only thing is I'm losing money every time I do it. So do I keep losing money and let the Packers win? Or do I bet for the Packers and risk the chance of making, having them lose, and then I make a little bit of money back? You know what I mean? What's more important here? So, but, yeah, fuck. Crazy week, man. It's been an absolutely crazy week. The Brewers. Fucking the Brewers, do the same shit every year. I talked about it like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, or maybe even a month ago. I don't know. But I was talking about how the Brewers kind of peaked. Like right at the end, and I was worried because I was talking. A lot of people were worried that like, oh, you're benching starters, blah 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 blah. You should just ride the high and stay hot, and we're worried that, it makes sense to sit, but we were worried that they peak too early, and then they're going to start dropping into the playoffs, and that's exactly what happened. The offense went stone cold. The pitching was still okay. It was actually really good, but there's just no offense. Yelich didn't do anything at all. I mean, former MVP. Not, I don't know. But it just sucks because the Brewers do it every year now for the last 5 years. That they make a run, they look really really good, have a really really good chance in the playoffs, and then they play the Braves. But the Braves were on that high, like we were talking about that. The Braves were building and building. They had all the momentum going into the end of the season, and they just carried that into that series. And it also sucks that it was only like a best of three, which I think is stupid. But 3-game series, and then the Braves just pulled it out. Maybe if it goes 7, Brewers have a better chance, but I don't know. I think they just peaked like a whole month too early, or 3 weeks too early, going into playoffs. But the Brewers lost. It sucks. Red Sox won. I don't know if I talked about it, but I saw this video on TikTok that it's so this guy pointed out, he went over the years, like the Red Sox won the World Series or made it to the World Series or whatever, that every year that the logo for the World Series had the flags in it, like just the win flags, the Red Sox have gone to the series. And every time that, there hasn't been, literally every other time there hasn't been flags in the logo or anything, the Red Sox never made it. Well, this year there's flags in the ALCS logo, but not in the World Series. So, I'm saying right now, the Red Sox that are in the ALCS right now, they're not going to win. And they're not going to go to the World Series because I believe in that shit. I think it's rigged. I think everything's rigged for the most part. And if it's that consistent, like the logo every single time, it's probably true at this rate. So I don't think, if you're a betting man, I wouldn't bet on the Sox to win the ALCS. So just putting that out there. I thought that was kind of neat. But yeah, the Brewers just doing Brewers things every year, man. Every year doing the same shit. Doing the same shit, Taki, But what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? Fucking Brewers. Playoff basketball's going on right now. Don't really care. It's kind of like the baseball season. We'll see how the regular season goes. There's 82 games, so makes for a long few months of just watching the same shit over and over again. Nobody, NBA players not really trying every game. Lakers look really good. I really like LeBron and Westbrook. Which the Westbrook thing, I thought he was going to be kind of toxic, but it might have been. It could be like an Antonio Brown situation. Antonio Brown is in the perfect place. He's with Tom Brady. Tom Brady can keep him in check, which he's been. And now Antonio Brown's looking like Antonio Brown of old with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this last Thursday night, the dude had 2 tutties and 100 yards, 150 yards receiving or something crazy. So maybe Westbrook for the Lakers is kind of that same thing, because so far in the preseason now they've been looking pretty good. I mean, they're the best players in the league, so obviously they're gonna look good. But it kind of looks like D Wade and LeBron when he was for the Heat. Kind of got those vibes, you know what I'm saying? Caught a vibe, baby. I've been looking for the vibe. Caught a vibe. Yeah, no, I don't know. Fucking, it's weird, man. It's weird. I hate the Dodgers. Dodgers are still in it. Fucking, I hate the Dodgers. I hate the Dodgers like I hate Ohio State. I hate the Dodgers like I hate Alabama, who lost last week, which is awesome. They got knocked down to a 5 seed, I think, for this week, the games today. But, which is huge. Now, I don't know. So they're still, but the thing with them is Georgia's number 1 now. But they're opposite sides of the SEC, right? Is that what it is? West and East or something like that? So Georgia, the SEC championship game will most likely be Georgia versus Alabama, because Alabama's still the number 1 on that side, I think. Could be wrong. But there's still a chance that Alabama can make the playoff if they win the SEC championship, which I don't want to see Alabama in the fucking playoff again. I hate them. I love Nick Saban. I hate that they're good. I just hate them. Don't like them. They, I don't know. It's like an NFL farm team, literally. But I really want something new, man. Something new. College football, the Badgers ain't in it. So Tanner got a start last week against Illinois, and he fucking crushed it. That's our boy. Absolutely killed it at right tackle. I don't know if he's starting tonight against Army, but that's nonetheless, by the time you're listening to this, fucking game will probably be over anyway if you're listening to this. But yeah, and that's it there, that's it. So, but not too much to talk about on that. It's kind of we're on like this. It's like we're at the edge of things. Like in our little world over on this side, on the East Krok side, we just got playoff football now with high school, that like indulges, if that most of the time anyway. I don't know if that's a word, but or the fuck I don't know. But that's all we got going on over there. So like that's all our focus is on that right now. The NFL is like getting along, so it's like you're just watching shit like that. There's nothing new, like too crazy drama or whatever going on, like as far as sports goes. But it's just weird, man. It's just weird. It's just interesting, like I said before. Like fantasy's getting a little more interesting because we're getting into shit like bye weeks and injuries and all this stuff. So now like things can get cooking. You know what I mean? So now things getting a little cooking because a little spicy every week, you know what I mean? A little spicy here because, so and so is out, and a little spicy over here because blah 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 is hurt. So keeps things interesting, keeps the flavor in the pot, you know what I'm saying? Don't know what I'm talking about, but it's been interesting now. But we're just like in the groove now. We're just in it, we're riding the wave, we're chilling. You know what I mean? Caught a vibe. But yeah, we're chilling. That's it, Playoff baseball's going on. Don't really care anymore now that the Brewers are out, but I'm still going to watch, so just keep tabs on it. Dodgers are going to sweep the Braves because the Braves just aren't good enough to beat the Dodgers. Dodgers are nuts. I don't know. Sox are beating the Astros, probably. Actually, I don't know. That whole logo thing, it's just interesting to me. But the Astros are good. Fuck. Who knows, man? We'll see. But Dodgers probably could take it all again this year. And that's it. So the same shit, William Shatner went to space. Like it's just a weird time. We're just chilling. I mean, Mr. Star Trek himself went to space, so or whatever. Went to the atmosphere. Aliens are real. But yeah, that's it. So if you're listening, you want to watch, we do every week for the episodes. We put it out on YouTube, youtube.com/EastCrockPodcast. If you're watching and you'd rather listen, car rides, stuff like that, Spotify, this is the best one to go to, in my opinion. But we're on all platforms for podcast listening platforms. East Crock Podcast, right there. And then follow our social medias. We just got these T-shirts in today. I didn't post it yet. Not today. We had these shirts for a little bit, but we were just reaching out to a few people. But very super limited stock. Basically like XLs. We got like 15 XL shirts, like couple 2X, couple larges, nothing real small. Then like we got like 15 hats. So go to our social media. You'll get a better view of them. Hit us up if you know us personally. Send a message to our Instagram or something like that, or Twitter or whatever, and we'll try to get you a shirt. We'll cover shipping or whatever, I guess, if we have to ship it. But prices will be listed on the Instagram for the shirt and the hat. Nothing too crazy, probably like $20 a shirt, $25 a hat, pretty not much, you know what I mean? But yeah, check us out on there, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Haven't made a TikTok in a while. I might post one probably today. So keep a lookout for that. Let it go viral, you know what I'm saying? Got a vibe. Yeah, you want to support the show directly? You can go to our Patreon, patreon.com/EastCrockPodcast. General tier stuff. It just goes a long way. It adds up. Get better equipment, different kind of studio setup type things, potentially down the road, So, but, anybody that has and isn't, whatever, supporting the show, appreciate you. Love you guys a lot for doing that. It's crazy. We really want to see this thing go. Once football and stuff dies down for us, We can focus a little bit more into this shit. We can get David in more. Work on getting Harry like FaceTimed in or Zoom called in or Googled whatever in to get his face like on the screen here probably. And you know, we'll get him back, get things rolling a little bit more. So again, thanks for the support so far. I mean, you guys fucking killing it. Crazy sports, man. Sports. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Bye. Hey.